Hi guys. So, happy Sunday. Crossing over into social media. Everybody's telling me, family and everybody's telling for close friends, you need to change your name, separate yourself from the Persia lifestyle. But I think anything I think about it really hard, and I don't want to, and I'm not going to, because you all love me for me, my quirkiness, my craziness, and you never know what I'm going to say sometimes. And the kind of influencer I'm going for is kind of like Bratman. I don't know if you know anything about Bratman. He's a teenager. He is young. I think he's probably like 20 now. I don't know. I don't know. He's probably old enough to drink now. I don't know. But Bratman he's crazy. He called his sister a horse, but he's spring up in, he bought his own house. They bought his own mansion in Hawaii, living in Hawaii, and come back to the States to work every time he works. But he does his own thing. Put a stripper pole in his house. He swing up and down on it. He call his sister a whore. They do crazy stuff. They do crazy stuff. But what I'm saying is that he have a free-flowing mouth like myself. And I don't want to change that about me. Because if I feel like if I'm going to change that, if I'm going to be proper, I'm not being myself. And if you don't like me, who gives a fuck? If you don't like me, I'm not here to make someone like me. I'm here for my lifestyle, life lesson, and whoever I can help along the way, I help along the way. Being trans is very tough, and I understand it's needed in the community as a trans woman. For me, even to come on camera with no makeup on and looking like a monster, because I do have a horrible, horrible, horrible dark shade, like I got burned. Like I really got burned up. I have a dark, dark shade. Just like my ass is black, I have like a black chin. And it's not here. It's not here. It's just a dark shade. And eventually I'm going to reveal that on camera and show you how I do my makeup to cover my dark shade. Because look at my face now. You wouldn't tell that I had such a massive dark shade. That's why I see me, I'm at the nail salon and I'm putting my hand right here. I'm covering dark shade. Being trans, most of the girls, they kind of hide their flaws because they don't want the other girls to use it against them. With me, I don't care what people think about me. You see, life is a journey and life is a learning experience. And we're all human. We're all human. Maybe I'm not human because I'm kind of a fucking alien. But we all some type of species. So I'm not going to change my personality. Because I already have too much of that. If you guys realize that my voice is... Sorry, I shouldn't be eating with my mouth full. My voice is always changes. It's because being trans, you get to choose your own voice. Being trans, when you haven't grown up as a child as a trans growing up, when you grow up as a child growing up as a trans, you grow into it. Me, that came from Jamaica. That came from Jamaica and started, I came here at 21 and I started at 23. At the age of 23, I start my transition. And the reason why I started at 23 and not at 21, I take 3 years to make sure it is the right decision for me. Because there's time when I'm like, I want boobies, I want breasts, but I want to be able to put them in a box and go to sleep. I want to be able to put them in a box and go to sleep. I want to be able to put them in a box and go to my family house. But, yeah. So I want to be able to put them in a box and go to my family house. Because I know the family criticism and everything. And I wanted to make sure it's the right decision for me. I knew it was the right decision for me, but it was more of a family decision. How would I deal with family not accepting me? Am I prepared for that? So I take 3 years preparing for that. And trust me, honey, I haven't still figured that out yet. But I learned not to give a fuck what people think. And family is supposed to love you regardless. Because I am a different person. Let's be honest. I am not the same person. My feelings and emotions change. And the person I used to be. But funny, the person that I used to be before, mentally, was much of a kind of a bad person. I wasn't bad, I was a good person. But I have a mouth that will annihilate you to pieces, will make you never want to live again. I have a mouth that will annihilate you. I've always had that power because of my father. But I learned to control that. You guys saw a little side of it when I made that pussy water video when I'm washing my pussy in the morning. Yeah, you guys saw a little side of it. I try not to let the side comes out. So most of my voices is in places where I live. Jamaica has 14 parish. Here we call them states. You know, Jamaica has 14 parish, and I lived at all 14. And each different parish have their own way of talking and have their own slang. If you move way down to the country, they speak real horrible patois like me bendego. Me bendego meaning I was going. It's like really broken English. So I have a mixture of all of those, the Jamaican slang and the real horrible Jamaican slang. It's because Jamaican language is English, but it's broken English, basically bad English. And I lived in London for 3 years. I lived in Chelsea. I lived in Chelsea in London for 3 years when I was dating one of my fiancés. So I lived in Chelsea, and that was a posh British accent. So it's because I was in the upper class crowd. So because he was a prince, he's not a prince. He's not a British prince. He's a different. I don't want to say which country because I don't want you guys to Google and figure out who he is. Because I get a big settlement when I break up, and I came to New York. I came back to New York. But so I can tap into my British accent whenever I want to, because he gave me a college and everything. And he want me to speak proper and all of this because it's high society life. I have to be presentable and know which fork to eat with and all of that stuff. But life was getting a little bit too stressful, and I kind of left to New York with all my diamonds. All my diamonds. Oh my god, you know how much I love diamonds. And I got a settlement from that. So yeah. But I had the voice from that. So I had my London voice, my London Chelsea posh voice, and I have Jamaican, and I have like 3 different Jamaican accents, and then the mixture of New York. So all those voices, all those accent comes together. You get a great little mixture of my craziness. And a trans woman, it's because our voice doesn't really change. We have to look in the mirror and learn to talk all over again, so we get to choose the voice that we want. Some of us think the voice changed. That's another topic. I'm going to make a video on that. So let me pause on that one, because I'm going to make a video on the trans voice. Because I realize it need to help a lot of girls, because a lot of girls doesn't know about it. So the bottom line is, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change my voice. I'm not going to change who I am as a person to be this big social media influencer, to be proper. I don't care if certain people don't want to use me and all of that stuff to sell their product, but I am me. I'm real. I'm genuine. I'm a real person. I'm not a fake person. So you definitely know that you're not going to get a fake review. So I'm all me. I'm straight up. I'm sexual. I say sexual shit. My mom walk around the house naked. As we as a child and as adults, as teenager growing up, we coming over from school, our mom walking around naked. We're kind of a nudist family in a certain kind of way. And that's where I get my comfortability with being naked. but also my body generate a lot of heat. Back in Jamaica, my mom used to wake up in the middle of the night. She used to take my t-shirt off and she used to wring it out. It's full of water, wring it out. Because my body temperature overheated more than a normal person. So I'm very, very warm-blooded. So I do like when it's kind of hard sometimes because even in the winter here, I turn on the AC. So that's why I like sometimes 2 rooms. When I have a partner, when I turn the AC on, he can have another room. So because my body temperature overheats sometimes, like really overheat. But all my partners are always cool and able to cool me down with their body temperature for some reason. But yeah, so being at that crazy body eating, being in a hot country in Jamaica, I'm always naked as well. So I'm always naked, walking up and down outside, all sort of shit, always naked. And I wear shorts, like really, really short shorts. My cousin always said, why you wear such short shorts? I said, because they're short shorts. So it was never like, I want to look at my body, I want to show my body off. It's never about it. Even when I walk around here naked, even when I wear naked clothes, it's not about showing my body. I like being comfortable. And wearing less make me comfortable. I don't know. But I like being me, and I say things and things come out of my mouth like do you know, to eat the pussy good and all of that stuff. Thing just comes out of my mouth just unexpectedly. And I love that about me, that I'm free spirit and things just flow naturally. I never know what I'm going to say. In which it's a good thing and a bad thing, because once you say it, you can't take it back. And I never apologize for anything, because I don't apologize. I don't apologize for anything, because what I do, if I do something, I do better next time and make sure there won't be a next time. So I do better. I don't apologize for anything. I just do better. Love you all.